This is Omar Miller, and you're watching the 3-Point Conversion.
What was kind of the different formula in that fourth quarter that allowed you guys to get back in this one and try to make a comeback?
We kind of just really switched our defense up a little bit more. Just kind of had our bigs a little bit more up, and it kind of got us back in the game in the third. They hit a couple shots to stretch the lead back out to end it, but for the most part in the second half, we did a good job of being more physical, but we were already down too much, and that's kind of what happened.
What did you guys talk about? What was the message after the game?
Oh, everybody's spirits is up. Everybody's, understands it. We did a lot better in that second half, and there's things that we could have cleaned up in that first half that if we'd have done that, we would have been okay. But, it's definitely frustrating anytime you lose, but understanding that we're still in a good spot and still keep everybody's heads up.
Chris.
Trae, you obviously haven't been in the playoffs before. I'm curious, what have these past few weeks been like for you, just gearing up for your first opportunity to play in postseason basketball?
Yeah, it's more exciting, it's more fun, having something you're pushing for, and every game means something. I think that's we're making this a lot more fun. Usually at this point of the year, we're just playing and trying to win a game, but it's not for anything at the end of the season. So to actually be playing games and for it to mean something each game, each day, it's just a lot better feeling for sure.
What are the main differences that you've noticed just, playing in a season like this where the games do actually mean something and the wins and losses mean more than they might have in your first two seasons?
I think what I'm noticing more is that we're just, a super close group. I think the way we are off the floor, super close, and I think it translates on the court for us to being able to make that switch and be kind of locked in. It's something I've really noticed with this group, and I don't know if it's because we have more vets or what it is, but we have guys that we all really connect off the court, and for guys to be able to have that switch and be locked in and be able to go at one another and not take it personal and know that it's all to win. I think that's what's made this team great, and we have a lot more to improve on, but I think that's made a step in the right direction for sure.
I had one more follow-up. How would you say the chemistry has differed from what you've experienced in your first two seasons?
I don't know. What do you mean with your question?
So you said like the chemistry you feel like it's stronger. So I'm curious. What ways is it different from your first two seasons?
I don't know. Maybe we have more vocal guys. I think for other two seasons we had a lot of guys that just weren't as vocal. And I think guys on here, I think winning does a lot more for that. When you're winning, everybody's moves a lot better. And so I think that could be another thing too. We're winning more, and everybody's spirits are high. So every time we see each other, everybody got a smile on their face. So I don't know. That's probably it.
Kevin Chenard.
Trae, there was one play tonight where you had a couple people guarding you in one corner, and you kind of went almost out of bounds to throw a bounce pass to Bogey in the other corner.
Yeah.
It just looks like you two are finding like some sort of synergy that maybe wasn't there. How does that develop, and what does it take to make that develop?
It just takes time. It takes time. Especially for us too. Our games, I feel like he knew coming here I could help him, and he helps me so much. I think we have a really, really good kind of connection going. And I always know where he's going to be at. I always know he's around that perimeter. And if anybody leaves him for a second, I'm trying to find him because I know he's gonna knock it down. And that's kind of tough when he played, I think, the first 9 games and then got injured and missed 30-something. So It's kind of tough to build that relationship and chemistry on the court whenever you don't play with him. But since he's been back, he's just been locked in, and we've talked constantly, and we just know where each other are at. And I knew he was going to be in that corner as a set up play, and I knew he was going to get there. So I saw a little opening. I kind of had to just throw it there and just hope he was there, but I knew he would be.
Sarah.
Trae, you mentioned kind of guys being able to, in a good way, kind of going at each other and not taking it personally. Bogey mentioned that you and him kind of do that sometimes. I was just wondering, like, I guess kind of what are those conversations like? Like, how do you guys challenge each other? How does that go when you play off each other like that?
I mean, for example, the other day he came up to me and he was like, I found out I'm stubborn. He was like, I'm stubborn. And it's kind of like, I was like, all right, bro, I'm a little stubborn too. We're kind of the same people. So, I mean, there's times when he talks and he'll say something to me and I'll say something back, and we're just both going at each other. And the other day in the game, I'm like, I told him, I was like, hey, you're being stubborn. And he kind of looked at me and laughed. And it's something like those little things that you get to learn about each other, and and you get to joke on the court, and it just brings you closer together. And it's something like I had that type of relationship with Mike back in high school with Mocan, and it's kind of a really kind of Mocan type of feel for me as far as the connection with this group. So.
Is that almost a good thing when you're at a point in the season or at a point with another guy where like that intensity is there, and you understand it's not personal, but it's at that intensity level's high.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. It's important. It's important for us to really push each other. And he knows we like he doesn't take anything personal. I don't take anything personal. And I think it's good for us to really push each other and to know that we both have the same goal in mind, and it's to win. And whenever everybody knows that and understands that that's the goal behind everything, it makes the word that come out of your mouth, I mean, you can listen to it and understand it and know where the place is coming from.
Thank you.
Chris.
I wanted to ask you about Bogey. What do you feel like makes your pairing with him in the backcourt special, especially over the past 2 months? You guys have been on a tear together.
Really just, I think both of our abilities to score, and I think he's an underrated passer too. I think he's obviously he can score so well. His passing is kind of overlooked a little bit. He's there's times when he gets a double team and knows how to get the ball to Clint or to another shooter. I think just our ability and his ability to really shoot the ball makes it easier for me. I mean, with driving gaps, if his man decides to help, I'm able to hit him. If he doesn't, there's more gaps for other players and for me to get to the lane. So it really helps because he's able to score so easy and so well that he's always a threat wherever he's at.
All right, Trae, I think that was the last one. Thank you.
Appreciate it.